Yo, what's up guys? It's Muhammad Murad over here, and today in this video, I'll be talking about the number one stress trigger that people actually make. And hey, listen, by the way, if you're gonna continue to the rest of the video behind this whiteboard, I explain exactly what are you going through. So the subconscious mind, the conscious mind, the negative ideas, the positive ideas, and how in a matter of seconds you can flip that. So if you're going through a negative thoughts and then you want to switch it in a positive thought, all you have to do is just understand what is going on. But before we start, we need to start understanding what is actually happening. So we have something that is called the law of polarity. Everything has an opposite: the negative and the positive, the hot or the cold, the up and the down. And this law is a universal law. Like, we can't actually change that. And this is how life actually works since, a lot of ages. So if we didn't understand what does a happiness mean, we couldn't know what does sadness mean. If we don't understand what does up mean, we can't know what does down mean. So for each and everything that we are actually going through, we need to start understanding and not reacting. Because the hardest thing as a human being to do is understanding what is it exactly that is going on. The first thing we do when something happens, boom, we start reacting. Like, hey, listen, what is going on? Should I do this? Should I do that? We go in that spiral of negative thoughts instead of start understanding, okay, what can I learn from it? Or how can I fix these kind of things? So we have one thing that is called faith, and the other thing that is called fear. And the common thing between these two is they both demand some things that we can't actually see. So if you wanted to start the new business, if you want to start, this new relationship, if you're doing whatever you want to do, the first thing as a human being to do is it goes in the fear position. Man, what if I fail? What if is this the wrong thing? What if this is a scam? What if? But we never have that faith because it comes with ignorance, and that's the thing that I'll be speaking about in a bit. So the first thing that we have to do is start understanding what is the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. And let me flip the board for you over here and start letting you and giving you the spices behind it. So as I told you guys, we have the negative and we have the positive, the law of polarity. It's really important for you to understand what does that mean. So coming from a negative and a positive thing. So a negative idea, and pay attention, I said an idea because everything starts with an idea and it starts with a thought. It might be real, it might not be real, but in the subconscious mind does not understand what does real mean. So negative ideas, we go from worrying, and depression comes from ignorance, envy, and actually not knowing what is going on. So we have that doubt. Man, if is whatever I'm doing is correct? Should I do these kind of things? It's something new. Would I fail? And what will that do to us? Will cause us depression. So everything starts with an idea, and everything starts with a thought. A negative thought and a negative idea will cause some emotions. And this emotion is fear. Because you have a negative thought is going to get you an emotions of fear of what is the worst can happen. And once the body goes in a fear position, it's going to cause us anxiety. So we're going from a negative idea that's suppressed, so we're expressed on the mind. So it's a negative idea on the subconscious mind, a negative idea on the conscious mind that goes to the physical form, which is the body, and is going to cause us anxiety. And instead of us expressing our feelings, we start suppressing this feeling, which will cause us the anxiety form, because we're not understanding what's going on. And we go from the first thing, fear, and we don't understand that. We go into depression, and we don't understand that. We go into worrying. And this anxiety feelings will cause us depression because the emotions has been suppressed. And the depression will turn into disease, and disease will turn into decay. And that's why a lot of people that are going through emotions that they don't know what actually triggered it, man, I don't know why am I depressed. I don't know why am I anxious. I don't want to worry about anything. All I want to be happy. But they don't understand what is going on. And that's number one key for it. So we go for the positive thing. So the positive thing is understanding what is going on. And once you start understanding, now you're in a positive vibration, positive frequency. The idea that is coming into your brain now, it's positive. No matter what is it, like you want to start a new relationship, you want to start a new business, you want to start whatever you want. It's a positive thing rather than a negative thing. So in your mind, it's a positive thing. You start understanding, okay, I want to start opening this business. It's the positive frequency, positive thought. And this positive thought is going to give you faith instead of giving you fear. Faith, man, if I succeed, what will happen? Instead of saying, if I lose, what will happen? And this faith will go into a well being. And now, instead of suppressing these emotions, now the emotions are going to be expressed. And this expression is going to turn into acceleration. And this acceleration is going to turn into creation. And that's the difference between the positive and the negative thought. And how can you actually understand what is going on? How can you go from a fear to worrying, or like, let's say, from fear to faith? And how can you actually reprogram the mind? And I'll be digging deep down into what is the subconscious mind, the conscious mind in the later videos. But I want you to understand and have a recap of what is the law of polarity. How can you understand what is going on in our day-to-day life activity? What is fear and what is faith? And how can we demand that, even if we don't see it, how can we demand faith instead of demanding fear? And what is understanding and what is worrying? Hey, listen, guys, by the way, this is the end of the video. If you have seen that these kind of information has been helpful for you, make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and if you want to share it to friends and family, people that are going through depression. I've helped a lot of people that went through depression and anxiety, and that's one thing maybe I can help you with. So there's a one link down below. You can book a session with me. But anyways, so if you found this video, it's really helpful for you, start understanding a little bit of what is the law of polarity and why whatever is happening with you is happening with you, and how can you switch your mind in a matter of seconds, going from worrying to understanding, going from fear to faith. Make sure to share it with your friends and family. Like this video, drop a message down below. What is the number one thing that you understood? Maybe what is the number one thing that you took out of this video? It's really important for me to see how am I helping you and how can I help you in the next videos. So thank you guys. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and see you in the next one.